Well, hello friends and welcome back to my channel. I'm Renee and today's going to be a fairly easy video. We're just going to do a little bit of meal prepping for some upcoming freezer meals that I'm going to be doing. We are going to do twice baked potatoes for the freezer today, and we're going to also make a meatloaf today because I am going to do some freezer lunches. So we love meatloaf sandwiches. My entire family does. So we're going to be making meatloaf so that in our next video, we can put together sandwiches real easy. So we're going to do some roasted potatoes because I'm going to use those in some TV dinners that we're going to do in an upcoming video. So today is just simply prepping a few things. I also want to take the leftover turkey that we had from Thanksgiving, and I hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving, by the way. And we're going to make that turkey into turkey pot pie filling for our freezer, and we'll do that completely today. So friends, let's get busy. All right, the first thing we're going to do is easy things. I believe we're gonna do some oven baked rice too, because I also want to do burritos for the freezer. Wonderful. These are all pre-washed. We're going to, I need to put them in a big bowl, I think. My daughter still has some of my bowls and dishes at her house from Thanksgiving. Crumb in there. Anyway, so I'm gonna roast these little potatoes, and I got these because these are really expensive, but I got these through my Flash Foods, and they're pre-washed, so you don't have to wash them twice. But we're gonna roast these, and these will be wonderful. See, they're just small. So what I'm gonna do, maybe cut these bigger ones. Maybe I'll just go ahead and I'll take a few minutes off camera and I'll just cut these up into chunks. Okay friends, I got all these cut up. Beautiful. All right, so this is so easy to do. These I'm going to roast because we're going to use these in TV dinners. How wonderful. So I'm going to put a nice amount of olive oil on these. And you can always use your packet of ranch dressing mix, you know, the powder ranch dressing. That would be wonderful on these too. But remember when I showed you how to do the Fiesta Ranch and the ranch, you know, the homemade ranch mix, seasoning mix? Well, this is the Fiesta. And we're going to use this on our potatoes. And I got a nice big tablespoon of it. Wonderful. We won't need any, well, we might need a little bit of salt. I'll put just a little bit of salt in there, and I'm going to put some pepper in here. Okay, wonderful. I'm also going to go ahead and I'm going to oil up my pan. So we'll get these all mixed up. I missed a potato. Okay. These are going to taste wonderful. All right, just dump them right out on there. Put my bowl over there. And these are going to go in our oven. My oven is not set yet. I'll wash my hands and I'll set it. Okay, I have another tray in there. A lot of times I store my trays in my oven because it's just easy access and it's lazy. We're going to set this to 400 because I want those to roast. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put these right in because the only other thing that's going in the oven with them right now is our potatoes for our twice baked potatoes. So I have those right here. Okay, I don't need this anymore. But I've got my fork, and these are nice size. These are for your twice baked potatoes. I'm just going to give them a couple pokes, just so they don't blow up in your oven. The steam has somewhere to escape. Okay, and then I am going to make, this is for our dinner, a big old, since I'm baking potatoes, I'm going to do a great big sweet potato for our dinner. So that's going to go in there, but not with all this. All right, now I'm just going to drizzle olive oil on these, okay? And then we're going to go ahead, we're going to smear it all on there. Whoops. I'm all smeared up real good. Okay, then we're going to take a little bit of salt. And we're going to sprinkle this salt on here. And I always do a little bit of pepper. I just do. Okay, spread that all around on there. That'll be wonderful. Because we're going to keep these skins, so you want them tasty. All right, these are going to go in the oven for probably about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour. We're going to stick this right on the edge of that. All right, now the little roasted potatoes, they won't take an hour. They might take maybe 25 minutes, 20 to 25 minutes, okay? I'm going to clean this a little bit up, and then we're going to get our meatloaf going, because that we can get in the oven as well. Okay, so we got a good 3 pounds of meat there. We're going to use, I use stuffing mix. You can use whatever you want, but this is how I do it. And I love the stuffing mix because it is pre-seasoned. And there isn't anything you need to put in there but a little salt and pepper. That just makes it so nice to put together, and that seasoning is wonderful. You can use stovetop or off-branded, you know, any brand you want. So we got a couple of eggs we're going to whip in here. And then I'm going to cut up an onion. We'll cut up this onion real quick. These are onions that I got from the Flash Foods. They're nice. I don't know, I don't understand some of the stuff because, I don't know, it's really, that Flash Food is wonderful and this food is in really good shape. I would have thought that it might have been stuff on its last day. It is not, friends. It really is wonderful food. All right. Okay. We'll probably cut the other half of this too. And use all this onion. All right, so we got that. We got a nice big bunch of meatloaf, but I'm going to use it, most all of it, into meatloaf sandwiches. Okay, I've got some peppers. That's the other reason why I don't usually put peppers in my meatloaf, but when I love it when you make it for, it's a good way to get veggies into your kids too, by the way. But I like to put a little bit of it in there when we make our meatloaf sandwiches with it. Now I'm just going to add some salt and pepper in here. And that's it, because it is already seasoned. The best way to mix this up is just get your hands in there and get dirty. I think I'm going to add another package of stuffing mix. Yep, let me go get one. I got 3 pounds of meat. I thought maybe I could get by with 2, but I do need another. All right, we'll mix this one up in here. Beautiful. That's what it needed. It just needed one more. Yep, I think I want ketchup in here. Probably a good half a cup. Okay. We'll leave that right there. All right, let's mix this in. You can use BBQ sauce too. All right, we got that. Now we'll pack these. This will fit in 2 pans beautifully. Okay, now that I got a little room in this pan, I'm going to scrape this out first. I'm going to do a little ketchup on the top. Do that spread around a little bit. Now I'm going to wrap them and we're going to get them in the oven. They'll cook with the potatoes. And then when they're almost done, about the last 15-20 minutes, I'll go ahead and uncover them and let them get, you know, a little crispy on top. So they'll be really good. Okay. I'm going to put these on a tray just in case they cook over. We got our potatoes in there, and we're going to put them over here. And since we're doing that, I have to make up some rice too. So I'm just going to do it in the oven. Why the Instant Pot or the crock pot? You can use any of them. You can use your rice cooker, Instant Pot, crock pot, whatever. But since my oven's going and I've got room, I'm just going to use my oven. Okay, I'm going to show you how easy it is to make rice in your oven. And it turns out perfect every time. Okay? First I'm going to spray my pan here. And I'm going to put 2 cups. You can use any rice you want. I use jasmine. I love jasmine rice. I'm going to put that right in the bottom of my dish. Spread that around. Beautiful. Okay, now in here, in my pan, I'm going to do 4.5 cups of water. I'm going to do 2 teaspoons of salt in there. And I did salt because my butter's unsalted. If you've got salted butter, you might want to reduce the salt. I'm going to put a stick of butter in there. We're going to put vinegar. I'm going to put 2 teaspoons of vinegar in here. You ask why? A lot of you probably already know. Vinegar will help break down the starch so that your rice does not stick together. It doesn't get all sticky and clumpy. We'll have nice fluffy rice. All right, I'm just going to put that right on here. We're going to bring this to a boil. Our potatoes are done. I don't know if the pan's not hot anymore. Ooh, try one of them. Let me get you. There's a fork right there. These turned out really good, friends. You know what I used on these? My homemade Fiesta Ranch. Want a little dish it?
Sure.
Ha! Of course. Aren't those nice? Is that good?
Mm-hmm.
Want more?
No.
I want this one. This one's burnt. See the burnt? I love burnt. Mmm. All right. Good. These are just going to cool down on the back of the stove because these are going to go in the freezer. Because these are what I'm going to use on our TV dinners. Okay, friends. Our water is boiling. So we're just going to slowly pour this right in our pan. Okay. Just like that. I don't think he used that fork. It's for us anyway. If he did, it ain't gonna kill nothing. All right. We're gonna cover this up. And this is gonna go in the oven. Mine's cooking at 400. It'll probably cook a little faster. The recipe calls for 350. Just keep a close eye on it. We're good. We got the rice going. We got the potatoes going for the twice baked potatoes. The meatloaf is in there. Our roasted potatoes are all done. So as soon as this gets done, we can go ahead and let all that cool down and make our twice baked potatoes. All right, friends. I think these are cool enough to work with now. Plus, I got some, Mr. Wayna went to the local butcher and got some bacon. So I got bacon in the oven that's cooking for these two. But we're going to get these done as much as we can until the bacon's done. Okay? I'm going to chop up some of them scallions. And I'm going to put them in the bowl with my butter. Okay. And then I'll leave some for the tops. Actually, I probably should leave a little more. There we go. Okay, so now we can put a little cheese in there too. Probably a good cup and a half, 2 cups worth. So I'm gonna want to just start scooping these out. And you want to leave a little bit in your shell so that, you know, it doesn't collapse. Okay. All right, I'm going to work on getting these cut in half and scooped out. Okay, we're going to work on mashing these up. So I'm going to put just a little bit of milk in there. I'm going to do some salt and some pepper. Beautiful. And I'm just going to start mashing. All right, friends, I got my bacon here. And we're going to chop some of this up. Okay, we're going to throw that into our potatoes. And I'm going to cut up a few pieces for the tops. All right, we got that. Okay, now let's mix this in here. I think I need a little more milk in there. Not quite creamy enough. There we go. That ought to do. Yep, perfect. Oh, that smells wonderful too. Okay, so now we're just going to fill these in. This is pretty easy to do. All right, you got the idea. I'm going to get all these filled in, and then we'll put the topping on. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to put a little bit of bacon on each of these. Beautiful. There's a little more of our scallions. For the tops of these are wonderful, friends. These make a nice freezer meal. This is like a meal in itself. Okay, we got it. All right, now I'm going to do a little cheese on the tops. Okay. All right. These are going to go in the oven. I got to set it 350 for about a half hour. I do want my oven to heat up for these though. Okay, friends, everything is done except for the potatoes. So while they are finishing up in the oven, we're going to put this stuff away. And I'm just going to put this in one bag because I'll be using it all in my TV dinners. So it'll be all ready. They turned out wonderful. And I'll go ahead and I'll put the recipe that I used on these, the Fiesta Ranch. I'll go ahead and list that again, though I do have it already in another video, but you won't have to hunt for it. I'll list it. Look at those, turned out nice. Beautiful, those are done. All right, now you're going to see how well our rice turned out. Turns out perfect every time. Take a look, friends. Yeah, see how fluffy it is? Look at that. That's from the vinegar in there. Perfect, it turns out wonderful. All right, we're going to put this in a bag because I'm going to use this rice for my burritos. And if you want to cook rice in your oven like that, you'll see it. It breaks apart so easy. It doesn't stick together. You wind up with beautiful fluffy rice. You could do the same thing in your Instant Pot as well. Just for every 1 cup of uncooked rice, add 1 teaspoon of vinegar. And it'll turn out beautiful for you every time. Can you come here and hold this, mister? to get some more of my bag holders. I've gone through them all. See how nice that rice turns out? Beautiful. Doesn't stick to the spoon or anything. Okay. And watch. See that, friends? How nice that turns out? That rice, it just breaks apart. It doesn't stick together. It's wonderful. That'll be good in our burritos. Okay, so the rice is done. Our meatloaves are done. Look at how beautiful those turned out. I'm leaving those in the pan and putting these in the fridge because I'm going to cut them right out of the pan. Okay? But we should have Mr. Try a Piece. You want to try a piece for us? We'll just get a little bit and taste it. A piece for you and a piece for me. Here, you try it first. Yeah, then that'll be good. I'll cover that up and put those in the fridge. Good?
Good.
That is good. That's really good with the peppers in there. Listen to our cat. She sounds like she's starving. That's all she does is eat. Want a bite?
No, thank you.
This is good, friends. If I can get it in my mouth. All I've got to do is wait for our potatoes to get done. And I'll be able to let those cool and get those wrapped up. And in the freezer. I like that.
Good.
This would be good served with some rice. Well, okay, friends. We got this all done. The twice baked potatoes are completely done. All I got to do is flash freeze them, and then I can wrap them individually and get them in a Ziploc bag. They make a wonderful side. We got our meatloaf done. You've seen it. We tasted it. It's wonderful. So tomorrow, when that's completely cool in the fridge, I will go ahead and start slicing that for our sandwiches. We got these beautiful roasted potatoes. These were really budget friendly, friends, because I got them in my flash foods. Perfect. I probably would have never bought them otherwise because they are very pricey. But these will make a nice side dish, and for me, they'll be good in my little TV dinners. And the rice, friends. I showed you how to make a delicious rice in your oven that turns out beautiful every time and not sticky. So there you have it. I hope you had a nice time with me in my kitchen. I will see you in the next video, friends. I'll also put all these recipes in the description box. You all have a wonderful day. And as always, friends, thanks for watching.